Hello and welcome to Parents Guide to Games. Before we get started, if you could please subscribe. Here are the games coming week of January 26th, 2021. The first game on our list is Tolu. This is coming out PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, Google Stadia, and PC. The rating is everyone. Content descriptions, mild cartoon violence. This is a point-and-click adventure game in which players assume the role of a girl on a quest to save a fish planet from destruction. Players traverse side-scrolling environments, interact with whimsical characters, and solve puzzles using mechanical counterparts. Some interactions and puzzles depict mild instances of violence, using an electrical blast to shoot a villain, avoid falling barrels that may hit the girl, resulting in dizzy star effects. I want to get to some news bits. One is that Xbox last week was talking about raising its prices for the Xbox Live subscription and nearly doubling it of what it currently is to play Xbox Live Gold, which would make it more expensive than the Xbox Ultimate, which a lot of people just go to the Ultimate was always the argument, and that it would actually have the streaming games and all that. And they were going to do this and roll out pretty quickly here, but then because of people's reactions and people not taking it well, Xbox is actually reverse course and going to keep the prices where they're at, and actually in change of normal policy is they're free to play games on the Xbox system. So like Fortnite, Apex Legends, Roblox, Rocket League, a bunch of those are actually now you don't need an Xbox subscription to play them on an Xbox, which is very interesting because before you'd always have to do that, and on the PlayStation 5, the PC, and the Switch, you don't have to pay for subscriptions to play those games online. So I think more people are moving towards them. I literally done that myself with Fortnite. I play Fortnite on the Switch. If I play it on the Xbox runs a little better, even the Xbox One. I'm definitely going to switch that. Now, one thing is that it's not happening immediately. This will be a rollout coming in the next couple of months. So it'll be slowly staggering here, changing that for games that do require that they are free to play, that they don't require online subscription. They're going to slowly roll this out monthly, which will be interesting to see which one honestly gets picked first. But it's a great thing to see happening with the Xbox, because that is one thing that I do get disappointed with the Xbox on my own, is that I have to pay for a subscription to play an online free game when I can just play it on my PC or play it on the Switch, or if I had a PlayStation 4 or 5, you can play it there. So this is great for them to change that. And the last little bit of news, and I'm not trying to hamper on it, and if you're sick of me talking about it, I apologize, but it is a very, very big, interesting story in the gaming news, and probably something that you've heard talk about even as a parent. And that is Cyberpunk again. Cyberpunk again is in the news because it did what's called a hot fix to fix issues in the game as quick as possible. They can just get it out, get it done. The problem is it's actually leading to more bugs and actually game crashing, and some players are actually experiencing that a mission or part of a mission that is required for the story is now become inaccessible, which would cause the game to not work because you can't do the mission and you can't complete the game. And that's a horrible problem to have. Now it seems to be getting worse, and it's just stories and unfortunate lessons to take your time releasing a game. And this is even on PC. PC was running alright. It's still having issues, but now it's made even worse on PC. I've actually stopped playing Cyberpunk on my Xbox One just because I've run into a few glitches, and it's just not enjoyable after you're losing your progress and you don't load back on. So it's very interesting to see, unfortunately, more problems coming in with Cyberpunk 2077. They had the apology last week. Here now, the first patch is one of the first patches is awful and breaking the game more. I think it just shows that they rushed it, which is not great for a AAA game. It's not great any type of game, but just rushing a AAA that was really exciting. And you still I drove by Best Buy, and Best Buy has a big Cyberpunk advertisement. It's like, well, who's buying Cyberpunk anymore? So it just shows you need to take your time. don't actually think this is going to be an issue. It's going to be solved within probably a year. Similar games that had issue was Fallout 76. Other than that, it was a massive multiplayer online game, but that's the same type of deal. Horrible launch. Problems. It's now been over a year since that launch, and now it's starting to be fixed. Same thing with the game. A couple of the games, the same thing. It's about a year after they're starting to get fixed, and which is just sad because Cyberpunk, it looks interesting. I want to play it, but with the issues it has, it's pretty much unable to play it, and it's a sad day for games because this game, like I said, was hyped. That's why I talked about it. The game was hyped. The game was, people were going crazy for it beforehand, and it's just let everyone down, and that's just the sad thing. Other than that, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye. Thank you to bensound.com for the music track. Please follow Parents Guide to Games on YouTube at Parents Guide to Games, on Facebook at Parents Guide to Games, on Twitter at ParentsG2G, and email any questions or concerns at parentsg2g@gmail.com. And always, please subscribe, and thanks for watching.